Hey, we're 60 days into the road construction here. I'm walking back from the condo. We had to do a little bit of work there, replace the door. The door jamb was really loose, so sludging back through the mud of our street as it rained a little while ago. I'm actually passing by our neighbor's house right here. They did a really good job cutting his driveway in front of his house when they did the sidewalk, which made me realize that they are capable of treating people's property with some care and respect. If you look at our driveway, it looks quite a bit differently. But I could spend all day complaining about what's been going on here. Instead, I'll just kind of cut to the front of our house and the garage issues and our attorney relationship and all that good stuff. I'm in the backyard, so I'm going to try to give some context to how we figure out the boundaries of our property. Basically, our property is 15 meters by 30 meters. So if we have 2 points that we know 100% are corners of our property, then we can figure out the other 2 points. It's down at the bottom of the hill is a pretty easy way because we have another property backed up against us, but it's a rectangle. That's our property line. Now, if you start over on that side where the neighbor's house is, and you start going this direction, you end up right where the other next door neighbor built this wall right here about a year ago. That's 15 meters. But if you just come over a little bit to right here, you'll see it takes a 90-degree angle and it comes in about a meter. And they built it into our property about a meter. So just some of the things that we're not even dealing with this. It's just something that happened, and we've never dealt with it. We've never said a thing about it. But I mean, if you look up, you can see. I mean, the house at some point was built onto our property about a meter. So now we'll go to the front of the house, and again, what we're battling with, trying to just keep the property we have. Okay, I'm out in front of the house. And as you can see behind me, they finished all of the curb that goes all the way down from that end of the street all the way down to the other end. So that's a good sign. Now that the curb's done, I measured right here. You can see this little mark that goes up. That's the border between the neighbor's house and mine. And if you work your way over to the other side and you do 15 meters, it goes past our property another 2.5 feet or so. So 2 days ago, somebody from the city came back out again to talk to us about their plans in the garage and the neighbor's property as well. So I'm working my way back inside, and I'll give the latest on those discussions. So we're winding back. 3 weeks ago now is when everybody from the city was out here doing their measurements and trying to figure out exactly where the property lines are. The previous evening, we had met with the neighbor's attorney and the neighbors, and that's when he had kind of said, tomorrow, the city's going to be out, they're going to do these measurements. I'm not going to assist you unless you pay me 6,000 pesos. Ali sent him a message that evening. I had kind of tried to negotiate with him a little bit and had said, okay, well, it's just for basically that couple hours that they're going to be there, and you're already going to be here to help the neighbors. So maybe we can meet in the middle here. And he said, no, because it's not 6,000 pesos for tomorrow. It's 6,000 pesos for tomorrow, plus they're going to go back. They're going to work out the numbers, and then I'm going to have to negotiate on your behalf for your property. So that probably will take another, we were kind of under the impression that everything should be resolved this was on a Saturday, by like Monday or Tuesday. Okay, now, that Saturday, city's out doing the measurements, they leave, we're feeling pretty good. The attorney is like, okay, give me my 6,000 pesos. And I said, all right, well, we pay people, we just do bank transfers, so give me your details. And he's like, oh, no, man. He's like, I want the cash. I'm like, I mean, we don't keep we don't just have like, 100,000 pesos laying around in our house. So, is there another way we can do this? And then Allie's like, see if whatever we got, we'll see what we got. So we go in, I'm like, how about we'll give you half now. That's what we normally do anyway with any work here. When people build doors or do windows or any work, it's 50% we usually give before the work's complete, and then 50% afterwards. He wasn't super happy about that, but it seemed like a fair deal, and I think we're all on the same page that this should be resolved a few days later. So anyway, so that was that. We gave him the 3,000 pesos. It was fine. Then Monday, we've had no communication with him. But from this Saturday, we give him the money. Monday, he sends Allie. I don't have his information. He sends Allie a message. So I'm just going to read it here. And bear with me because I'm translating it from Spanish to English. Good afternoon, Allie. Excuse me, we don't agree. I'm going to summon you to the public prosecutor's office for breaking your word. Nice afternoon. Okay, what's he talking about? The other 3,000 pesos? It's like kind of a weird way. Like, just say, can I have the money? So anyway, so Allie, she calls me up. She's like, he's saying he's going to report us for failure to pay. Really weird. So now I've got to message him, get his information from Allie. I'm going to send him a message, figure out what's going on. So now I message him and I say, hey, it's Matt. Good afternoon. Allie told me you're going to report us to someone. The deal that you had offered us on Friday was to negotiate with the city for our property, which he said would probably be finished. This is Monday, today or tomorrow. He said it would take a few days to work everything out. If you don't feel comfortable working with us and receiving the additional 3,000 pesos at the completion of the job, and then I put in parentheses, today or tomorrow, right? Then just refund us the 3,000 pesos. I said, we always pay at the end of the job, and we don't appreciate the threats. So then he responds, and he goes, hello, Matthew. The work was done perfectly. They haven't destroyed it because we believe that it's private property. We agreed on something, and I just want you to keep your word. I'm a lawyer who defends my clients with great confidence, but I think my clients need to support me and keep their word. So I just responded to him, and I was like, how about, this is Monday at 6:18 p.m. I go, we can pay on Wednesday in cash. Is that okay? So he's like, okay. So we did. We paid him cash. I did have him sign something. Now that he's sent this thing, he's going to report us for failure to pay. I'm like, okay, now you have to sign something saying that we've paid you 6,000 pesos. Where you kind of felt like whatever he did for us, he probably did help us out some. We have no idea though. And definitely there's no further negotiations that are going to happen most likely. So it's just kind of strange. But now we're going to fast forward to almost 3 weeks later, 2 days ago. Guy from the city comes out around 5:30 p.m. to talk to us, talk to the neighbors. The neighbor, the young man that lives with the older lady next door, he's out front. The attorney is there, and Allie, myself, and this guy. And it is clear that we're now separate. we're no longer working together. But what they had negotiated was that they were going to give the city 20 centimeters to run the electrical lines. And this is kind of what the guy told me when I talked to him. He's like, well, we need to run these lines. And, they keep kind of harping on this thing. This is for your benefit. All of this they're doing for your benefit. They can do other things. We haven't had our water back on for the last 4 days. They turned it off, so every day we're playing a game of how much longer before the water gets turned off or turned back on, or how much longer we have before we run out of water in the cistern. Also, they could do other things to help us. They could carry our trash down to the end of the street. Anyways, okay, reel it back in here. So he's telling me this is all for our benefit. we're going to lay these lines, and as you can see here, it looks like the electrical lines, electrical tubes or whatever they're going to fit in front. So what I ended up telling him was, oh, and he had said, he goes, whatever we do, we're going to make sure we repair and fix anything that we do, but we may need to move the garage like this. I don't really understand what he's saying they're going to do. I just say, you know, you said you're going to make us whole again on anything you do. Put that in writing for us. Or I asked him, would you put that in writing? He says yes. I say, put that in writing for us, and we'll go from there. He said, okay, not this week. Next week, I'll have something in writing for you. So now we're going to see what happens from there. We're still concerned. And again, I mean, we're now 2 months into this construction project. We're praying every day that we start to see progress, that like some cement going down at some point. So there's a road that we can actually see that's going to be completed, and we'll see. But we're still fighting for this thing to end, and for them to not take our property. So we'll see. All right, thanks for watching. We'll keep you up to date here in the next week.